Hello, my dear students. Hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to start the new chapter, that is combustion and flame. It's a sixth chapter in your NCERT book. As you know that we are using the different kinds of fuel for the various purpose at home, in industries also, and for running the automobiles and for factories also. Some of these fuels are wood, coal, charcoal, petrol, diesel, CNG, as well as the LPG also. So let's start these fuels one by one. So combustible substance. First of all, we will do the combustible substance. Substances which burn in air to produce heat and light are called combustible substances. Means those substances which catches the fire in the presence of air and they are giving out the heat as well as the light also. These are some examples. Like wood, coal, LPG. LPG means the cylinder which we are using in our home. Kerosene. These are the example of the combustible substances. Okay, next is the definition of combustion. The chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to produce heat is called combustion. Keep it in mind that combustion is a process. It's a chemical process which catches the fire or which in which the substance reacts with the oxygen and produces the heat as well as the light also. And the combustible substance means the substance which is responsible to catch the fire, and the combustion means the process. There is a difference between the combustible substance and the combustion. I hope that you understood about the combustible substance and combustion. Next is the substances which undergo combustion is called a combustible substance. It is also called a fuel. Means any substance which catches the fire. We can also say that it's a fuel. Like coal is a fuel, charcoal is also fuel, petrol is also a fuel. So they are known as the combustible substances also. And sometimes light is also produced during combustion, either as a flame or as a glow. You know that when we are burning a candle, or when we are burning the paper, any paper, so they are producing the heat as well as a light also. Light means in the form of flame, like this. Understood? Okay, next is a very interesting activity, that air is necessary for burning. We'll do this activity in the school lab also whenever we will go to the school. So let's discuss about this activity, that why air is necessary for the burning or for combustion. So here what we have to take, we have to take 3 candles, candle number 1, 2 and 3, as well as we have to take 3 containers also. You can see these are the containers. Clear? So 3 candles and 3 containers also. Now fix a lighted candle on a table. Put a glass chimney over the table and rest it on a few wooden blocks in such a way so that air can enter the chimney. Observe what happened to the flame. Now remove the blocks and let the chimney rest on the table. Again observe the flame. Then put a glass plate over the chimney. Observe the flame again. What you will observe? Means if you are burning these 3 candles and you are placing the chimneys or the burners on the candle, what you will observe in the 3 different objects? First, the candle burns freely because air enters into the chimney from below. Below means here, from here there are 2 holes, and from these holes air is entering, and due to the enter of the air or oxygen, candle is burning. Clear? In B, candle stops burning because air does not enter into the chimney or the container from the below. You can see that there is no hole or no passage to enter the air inside the container, so it will stop burning. Next, in condition 3, the candle does not burn because air is not available. Now it is closed from below also and from this upper portion also. So there is no chance of burning. It shows that air is very necessary for the burning process. Clear? So this is the lesson for today. I hope that you understood about the combustible substances, combustion, and why air is necessary for burning. Thank you. Have a nice day.